Alright, boys, we are officially recording.
Give me 1 second.
It's actually
Niner. Get back.
We're still recording. We have absent player. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see what picture I have of Noah for his
Wait, can we
absent
see
player.
that? Can
Not
we
yet.
see that?
Whenever I go live, you'll be able to see it. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't translate any of the Akeyo tree yet. I got a little paperwork to do on the account, but I just bought the tree in Akeyo, and I bought the tree in Suppress. And then I also took my dedication with that XP.
Sweet.
So I sorted it. Yeah, Chris, I got heat checked.
What
I
you
got
mean?
I got XP tracker checked in my
Ooh.
DMs.
I was doing some bookworking today.
I keep
I was
telling
doing-
every
Secretary
time
got
we
my
get
ass.
experience, I yell at all you motherfuckers.
Now,
Update your totals.
I checked because I didn't tell you
HR had
guys
my
at the
back,
end
dude.
of session. So I told you guys out of game, and I understand that it's hard for you dumbasses to perhaps open up your computer tab during the week at some time and add a number. It's hard to press 3 things and change your total on your character
That's a
sheet
long way to go.
during the
from what I'm
work
doing.
week. I
Oh,
understand.
dude.
It's gonna
Yo,
be
that
hard.
reminds me of some shit that my buddy Bruno showed me at work. Okay, so you guys can do this, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you make each hand go a different direction? So like one go this way and the other one go this way.
So forwards and backwards, you mean? Let's see if I have my brain keyed in.
That shit is hard.
Yeah, I gotta. It's like I'm drumming.
2 different directions.
It's like I'm drumming. Nope. No. Stop thinking about it.
I can't do it. I can't
Stop
do
thinking about it. Nope. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop. Okay, look, I just gotta wiggle it like this first. I gotta wiggle it like this first while we're going. And then slowly we'll be able to adjust into the reverse action. Right? Maybe? How about we do it like this?
I was trying
Do
hard,
it
man.
like
I
this.
can't do it.
Feel what it
Hey,
looks
man.
like backwards.
Start the
Feels
stream
what it
and
looks like
continue
forward.
doing this.
You gotta imagine a circle, but then no.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's hard. I don't know if I can. Okay.
It just makes me feel like my brain, my
3,
brain
2,
can't do it.
1. We're going live, dude.
Hell yeah.
So if you
Complete the
want to see, hey,
Oh, hey guys.
welcome.
Didn't see you there.
Didn't see you there. Welcome to episode 17, phase 2 of Sunstriders. Noah will be missing today, but we do of course
Let me see.
we do of course have him here in spirit. I believe this
That's-
picture was the a Jaws
Looks like
re-showing at our local theater in which he brought pool floaties, goggles, and a beach towel too.
God,
In
he's
high
so-
school, I
he's-
believe.
He's so awesome, dude.
All right.
Our
So,
hero.
naturally, we'll be kicking things off with our session question. There's no other way to do it. And after you answer your session question, you will roll your destiny points. So, session question for today. What have you done in your week of downtime since our last adventure?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let me pull up my notes. Ah, I'm ready.
Please, by all means.
Am I? Just to be clear, I'm answering this as Savo, right?
Yes.
I can do both.
Yeah, hey, why not? Go ahead and give me
Okay.
both, dude. Why not?
All right, so I'll do Savo first. So obviously, after the party returned with the ancient Athorian tome. He's probably been working with Timjin and Ed, trying to kind of glean some more information about that. Maybe working with Wolves a little bit, trying to get some of the translation done. Laurence maybe a little. I don't know. Yeah, just kind of trying to figure out the tome, meditating on it, what it could mean, the warnings found within, things of that nature.
Good.
And then I'll say Shokan, much to the same effect, probably has been obsessing over this tome. Why are the masters being so weird about this? What is
They
this
have been
crazy
being
animal?
weird about it for sure.
What's what is this doing on Vanway's retreat? So I think snooping around, cornering Laurence and Wolves at every chance he gets. Hey man, what'd you guys figure out today? That type of thing.
Sorry, man. Strict gag order from the masters. Can't tell you anything.
So yeah, a lot of emphasis on the book, I think.
What's
Very...
Sokan doing with the finger bones?
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this last week. I think he's like oddly possessive of them. I think it's like that little kid thing where you think you're gonna get in trouble if anyone finds out you have them, and like at the same time just being too fascinated and like, oh, this is my cool little new trinket. So I think he keeps them on him. He keeps them on him and like with him in his pocket, just like plays around with them. I think gross little kid stuff.
Not yet. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, and because I feel like I should do this week. Popcorn to somebody. Keep them on their toes.
Okay. I'm going Will.
No, not me.
Oh.
Wow, this guy's a real hater.
Going to Garrett.
Thanks, man. Okay, I
Not
just
bad.
need someone else's intake first. I don't remember exactly what happened last session.
I'm rolling my force die, yes?
Yes, you're rolling your force, your destiny pool.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, no, I just roll one. Let's
I
go.
think don't you roll your like force rating and then choose?
Correct.
Oh,
That's okay. Yeah.
I choose the two light side.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fun house rule for my strict raw rule followers.
But all right, so I think for Laurence, a good bit of it would be dedicated to helping translate the tone. Still thinking of like the what was it called? The Aru Tefua.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like that just kind of sticks in his mind, the giant millipede creature. But I think more so than that is what Timjin had said about the dark side ghost, kind of just like what Laurence thought was reading his mind was literally just a manifestation of himself. He's still not sure about that, but I think that's kind of like opened his view on the Force and kind of made it more, I don't know, like revealed the etherealness of the Force and how it can kind of like, the whole penetrates thing, like it was his mind that was kind of doing it rather than like an outside force. So I think he's been trying to meditate a little more so. Just
How successful has Laurence been with his meditations, do you think?
Probably not very successful at all. But just one of the keeps going at it, but not a whole lot to show for it.
He is 14,
Yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll your destiny pool.
Right, and I will go to Will.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
All right. So since the last session, I'm gonna say that Bellan. It's hard for me to say because I know that he's not like as in tune with the Force as everybody else is. So I don't know if his like go-to is to like just straight up meditate or anything. I'd say he's probably been like what was it, doing like a bunch of exercises. I'm gonna say like laps and stuff just because it feels like natural to him, and that's kind of just how he thinks.
Hey, and people need help all over Point Riptide too, so you don't necessarily have to be just contained to the academy, you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, just kind of trying to digest everything. One thing that really like kind of shook it was the what was it, that dark side user, or that guy who went mad because of dark side bullshit, and that like evil spirit that was in the tomb and stuff. That really shook him. He thought it was pretty spooky. And it just also kind of makes him worried that like if things like this are so close to home, like who knows what Dagon probably is bumped into, like wherever he is.
I see. Very good. Go ahead and roll your destiny pool.
Sir.
Nice. Mr. Dom, go ahead.
so JukeBi, he probably went into X4 HQ and got cleared more time to be at the academy, especially with what just happened. Just wanted to, not necessarily that you need security clearance, but more like, hey, this is where I'm going to be if you need me.
Oh.
And I'd say with the rest of that time, he really just tried to make the Force work for him in some way that he could experience it. Probably back and forth from the Baffort tree to a spot, maybe a small spot just outside the perimeter of the actual academy, trying to be not completely hidden but secluded, and trying to make shit move or trying to feel different stuff, trying to have effects happen just of his own volition, and his whatever he's feeling as he goes around the Baffort tree, he tries to translate that once he's outside of its influence and feel it again. And I don't know how successful he would be with trying to, I guess, say, like, this would really be attuning yourself with the Force for one of the first times and trying to see where it's at when there isn't another major source of it around. So that's why I'm trying to distance himself from the tree. But yeah, I don't know how it would be going for him.
I think I have a good idea on how to find out.
Let's do it.
And this is for everybody, actually. So, for this week, naturally, we've had some downtime, but you're not free of your duties. You have some things going on, and obviously, like the seaweed farms need help, or like the lumber yards might need help, or the certain, like the mining guild might need help. Not guild, but the mining team might need help. Things like that. So naturally, if somebody says, hey, we're short on some guys, or somebody's sick, it's still a small enough community to where they know they can reach out to you guys, and you have a pretty much never say no attitude for public outreach. So especially with Savo and Timjin at the lead, you guys are more than happy, or they are more than happy to send you guys out to go help people out. Oh, and Dom, go ahead and roll your destiny pool as well. All right.
Hey,
Okay, good. So
We got a little baby pool this week.
I know it is pretty small this week, but I'm gonna say this. There was going to be a minimum of 2 dark side pips in the pool, no matter what, as the weather has taken a turn for the worse. A storm has blown in on this section of the planet, and it's been dark and thunderstormy pretty much the whole week. It hasn't been like downpourings of rains or anything like that, but a couple of days you guys have gotten pelted a few times with some rain. But even now, so during this week, I need all of you. Savo, I'll tell you in a second. But you
Okay.
3 students, I need you to either make a discipline check, or I need you to make a knowledge lore check, whichever one is worse for you.
Damn.
Worse.
And tell me what you're going to pick, and I'll tell you your difficulty. Actually, fuck it. We'll make it a hard difficulty for everybody. So 3 purples. Nice.
Damn.
Mm-mm-mm.
Is this working as intended?
Indeed.
For.
And JukeBi, you'll be the last one.
I'm sorry, what was that big?
It's going to be discipline or knowledge lore, whichever is worse.
Whichever is worse. Ooh.
And
I
a
think
hard
the
check.
same. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
There's no way they're the same.
4 hit, 4 whiz.
Wait, do you really have?
The daddy, baby.
But oh, you're the goat.
Wow.
You're goat JukeBi.
My brain is mad. JukeBi walks with a hunch, and his forehead just drags the fucking ground.
All right. Well, we will start at the bottom then here. Bellan.
Yes.
This week, even though you've had some free time and things like that, it's been to your own reign. On the middle of the week, the masters, after everybody's morning meditation, we have a test. And it's just over some basic stuff, you know? Like tenets of the academy, things of that nature, you know, basic belief stuff that the youngling Akeyos should know by now.
Mhm.
Bellan, you make about a 64 on the test.
Seems
And
about right. I'm not used to the Sunstriders shit.
that's right. So, Savo, go ahead and give Bellan a bit of whatever you
A
think.
verbal
upon seeing
lashing.
this test. If, you know, I wouldn't. It doesn't necessarily have to be that.
A teaching moment.
Give me a quick. Just give me a
Del
quick. It doesn't have
Carte.
to be anything crazy.
Yeah. So, after, I'm assuming we're doing like data pad style after receiving all the results.
Oh, we don't have enough data pads, baby.
Nice.
We're on pressed paper. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, woo! Hell yeah. Hey, Bellan, come see me after we dismiss everybody else, and of course, afterwards.
Ooh.
Hey, that's enough. That's enough. All right, none of that. It's not a big deal. It's fine.
Bellan got his test handed back to him, folded like that.
Face down, baby. Hey, Bellan, is everything okay? You good?
It's all right.
It's okay to not be all right. I was wondering what was going on. Your score's a little bit low today. This isn't like you. I'm just wondering, if something was bothering you, if something came up.
I just don't know if I'm cut out for all the Sunstrider business.
What a funny thing for you to say. I thought the same thing. Unfortunately, none of us get to choose. You play the hand you dealt, and that's that. But that being said, I think you might be wrong. You're good at this. It's just, slip-ups happen. No big deal. But I do, I want you to buckle down a little bit more. Get with some of your other peers. Study a little bit more. I want to see you succeed. I think that's very important for you and for this academy and for Femar. I think it's you're a great asset to this community, and I don't want to see this continue to happen. All right, buddy? Hey,
All right, Master Savo.
get out there and go reflect on some stuff.
So give me a leadership check Give me a leadership check. Simple
All
difficulty, no dice. You will get a boost die though.
Oh, nice. And I think actually I have something for this. I got a bunch of cool stuff.
Hey, Chris.
Hey.
There's a little kitty staring at you right now. Hold on.
Aww.
God, he's
Yeah,
cute.
babe.
Dude, I need to get another cat, man. Fuck.
Let's see. I thought I had something for leadership.
Oh,
I
and
don't see
you can
anything.
everybody can knock their wounds and strain back down to 0 as well after the week. If anybody was still particularly beat up, you get the rest and everything. Ooh, 5 success.
5
okay.
success, 1
Good.
advantage.
You only needed 3. Bellan, anything that you have or any checks that you make for this session regarding the force, you'll add a boost die to.
Okay.
All right, Laurence. It has been tough this week to center yourself. It hasn't escaped you entirely with those 2 advantages, but like the tome is just like constantly. Anytime you go to focus and try to find your center, you're seeing like the pages flip in front of you, and you're just even like passively trying to connect the dots. You can't quite separate from it just yet. And JukeBi, you did click discipline and lore. Which one would you like? Because you said it was the same for you, so I'll let you pick either way.
I'll say discipline.
This one. Oh, and before I go to you, actually, Laurence, you have not yet been able to meet up with Wolves and see what he said he had to show you. You both have been far too busy under the, not necessarily under the thumb, and also you guys both want to do it, but you guys have been quite busy with the tome. Haven't quite been able to get away. And JukeBi said discipline. JukeBi, with the determined outlook, perhaps after seeing the old Fomarian and experiencing everything in the cave, you say, ooh, this is getting real. Maybe I need to put a concerted effort towards trying to find my center, as they always say. So you spend the majority of your time just doing all kinds of stuff. You're like, okay, Master Ed says he finds the most focus building stuff or working on things. So you're going around being active with your hands, finding stuff. You're trying out Sava and Timjan's methods, trying everything. Trying to go stare out at the ocean, trying to go isolate, be chill. And whatever works for you does work for you. You are able to find a flash of that connectedness they talk about. You're able to feel sort of the life that emanates from this planet in like the cosmic force, if you will. You're able to feel the big picture for really well, maybe for the first time. And on that same note, with that threat, you do feel a little bit of like the tinge of the dark side. It's not anywhere close. It's quite far from you.
Just
You know that you have somewhere close to Point Riptide is there's something going on, but you're not able to latching onto it, digging deeper into that connection. A little bit out of your wheelhouse for now, but you are able to feel it.
nice.
Yeah. And with that, session question over. Let's get into it. So about 6 days after you all return and have been going about your usual routines, one night, I want to swap to this. one night, Savo, you are having trouble sleeping,
Mm-hmm.
even in your quarters. You are in and out, tossing and turning, but eventually, later on in the night, you say, yeah, you know what, I might as well try and meditate then and see if it helps.
Yeah.
So you slip into a little bit of a meditative trance, and now it's not so much of a struggle to you these days. A far call from whenever you first met up with June, Knox, and Raz way back. But it's just practice now. It's well tread ground now, and things are normal. But eventually, what you have come to realize are like the early signs of a vision coming start impeding on your mind. And soon enough, from that nice space that you're in, you feel your inner self whisked away. And this is what you see. A Bormu skull sits half buried, bleached by the sun. A 1,000-legged bug crawls from the eye socket and emerges endlessly until it covers the skull entirely. A stream runs quietly through a meadow, but suddenly turns dry before a stampede of carnivores rush over the sandy bed. And finally, an ethereal set of hands holds many strings, and as they pull up, a box opens and red algae flows out rapidly. Your eyes shoot open, and it is early into the morning. I think like 3:34.
Yeah.
Sun is probably almost about to start creeping out, but not quite yet. And before you can really sit too much on this vision, you see your comm blinking that you have an inbound message.
All right.
Upon checking it, you know that it's none other than Halleck Urson, the Speaker of the Council, had left a message for you. The message said that there was an emergency meeting of the Riptide Council that was just held, and he informs you to bring a group for assistance as soon as possible. And you
Okay.
take that to mean, like, right now.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is like, bring some of the students to help type of thing. All right. Well, I'll do just that. I'll creep into the, I guess first I'll go and kick Timgen awake. Let him know what I'm doing.
Timgen is not on campus right now.
Ooh. Do I know where he is?
You do not.
Ooh. Okay. Well, then I'll let Ed know, I guess, is the, next step down, whatever. Just
And
go
Ed
kind of wake him up.
Ed is still up.
Of course.
He's got a mass of wires and terminals that have been repurposed, all connected to the strange machine that has been set up in the garage, and it seems he's running unknown tests on it.
All right.
All right.
Just have them do some meditation, whatever. Send them to work, the usual. No big deal.
All right.
I'll head to the Akeyo sleeping quarters.
So as you are walking to the Akeyo barracks, right on one of the, not necessarily the cliff face, but like the hill face, where it connects to one of the alcove of the beach. As you're walking, you see the crazed old Fomorian eye deep in the ocean, walking out into it before he disappears beneath the waves entirely.
So I assume I'm. How far away am I from
You're
this guy?
probably 200 yards
Okay.
from the beach.
And did it look like he like just went in, or did he like get drug in?
Oh,
Like, what
under
is
his own
this?
power for sure. He's definitely walking
Ah, by himself completely.
by himself. Yeah.
That's not great. Well, I'm gonna go wake the students up and then come back.
And which students are you waking to take with you?
Oh, let's see. I'll take Bellan. I feel like he needs a little bit of extracurricular type of, something. Really spur him. Laurence, he probably needs a break from the book. Wolves can handle it by himself. And JukeBi, he's been showing a little bit of initiative. Maybe get him out here again.
Is anybody a light sleeper?
I'm gonna say Bellan is.
So, Savo,
Mm-hmm.
you hear it right whenever you get outside the door. What can only be the congested snore of a four-throated being, just like shaking the walls, the wooden walls of the barracks. So as you go in, Bellan is like holding his fungus pillow over both ears.
Very not happy about this. I was already not in the best of moods.
I'll do everybody a favor and kind of nudge Wolves to flip onto his side so he can stop snoring, at least for a little bit.
Master Savo?
Go back to sleep, Wolves. You were snoring. I didn't want you to bother anybody else.
I think it's the pollen coming in from this rainstorm. He rolls over on his back.
God damn it.
Master Savo, what are you doing in here?
No, what are you doing awake? I mean, I came to get you, but I figured
mean,
everybody'd be sleeping.
Isn't it obvious? And I kind of just like look over at Walls.
Aye, about
Well, I'm
that.
assuming is sleeping like a baby.
He, of course.
Again.
Now he does just have like he's not like snoring, but you can hear like the loud like mouth breathing of just.
That's one of the unfortunate side effects of multiracial barracks, multi-species barracks.
I just want to go back.
Don't cancel me.
I just want to go back home, honestly. I'd rather be sleeping there if I'm going to stay anywhere. But here lately, home doesn't really feel like home. Especially without my dad or my brother there anymore.
You may not believe me, Bellan, but I know what you mean.
Ow.
Well, go ahead and.
Sorry,
You s-
Kitty.
uh,
Kitty
oh,
tried
okay.
jumping on my lap, but she grabbed my hand.
I thought you said how, and I was gonna rip into a
I said
lord
ow.
down.
It's okay, Q.
Well, hey, since you're already up, go ahead and get some gear for the day. And come on with me.
What time is it?
No, it's early. We gotta go to the Riptide Council. And I'll
Alright.
wake up JukeBi and Laurence much the same.
Alright, so I begrudgingly get out of bed, still sleepy as shit, stretch a little bit, put on some put some gear on. What's everyone else like? Everyone else was sleeping?
Oh yeah, all the me waking up Dom for Star Wars Sunday morning Star Wars. Dom, hey, everybody's here. Breakfast is ready.
We have like one more hour, maybe.
No can do, Laurence. We gotta go now. I got something
JukeBi's-
else I gotta check out first.
JukeBi's montrails are in his do-rag.
Oh hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
My bond.
Your bonnet, yeah. And it is after everybody gathers. The Bafford tree walking through the commons seems to be loving the light drizzle that's been coming down. And the tips of the leaves seem to even have a little bit of a bioluminescent glow to them as the raindrops are starting to hit them, and they're slowly turning their wide, droopy faces up to the rain. And you guys have you guys gotta pass the storage barn and gotta get through the fence. You guys have about probably like a 6-mile walk to Square, if you will, to the Riptide itself.
What a funny thing for you to say. We're double timing it, baby. Nice light little jog. Come on,
Jesus
everybody.
Christ.
Keep it moving.
I'm gonna say, I already like to jog, so this ain't too hard for me.
Hell yeah. Forgot Bellan was like that.
Yeah. So everybody just having freshly rolled out of bed. Quads are burning. No pre-stretch, no nothing. Just hitting the ground, running. Literally.
You know, Laurence, June never made us do shit like this.
Yeah. Or well, at least like later, you know.
Sorry, boys. Emergency council meeting called. Or they left me a message. I don't know. Something's going on. We got to get down there. Don't have time to take a leisurely stroll through the woods.
Is it serious?
I don't know. They didn't say anything. If it's an emergency meeting, I'm guessing yes.
God, we're about to come in like the hobbits into the tavern and fucking. What?
Mhm.
Go ahead and give me a group athletics check for the run.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice, dude.
Not me, cuzzo.
Let me see.
I got two
think
green, baby.
I got one.
I've got a yellow and 2 greens.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go, Bellan.
All right, Bellan, go ahead and make
The
a check.
athlete.
It's an easy check, so 1 purple, and it'll be unassisted, so you'll get the boost die for your pool.
Coolio.
Oh,
Yee.
Win
look at that.
All right. Okay. Easy to keep tempo. It's nothing crazy. You know, you're just making sure you have time, and by now you guys have a pretty solid path. So it's not like you're having to traverse over fallen trees or shells or rock fields or anything like that. You all do notice, though, as you're going and you're passing the tide pools, because these are very, pretty equator-esque, like beachy atolls. As you guys are on your way back over, the thinner parts where some of these like islands are connected, the water, the ocean, has started receding a little bit. The tide seems to be going out. So some of your passageways where normally your boots would get wet are just damp sand now. Eventually, a little X4 group is guarding the main passageway through the perimeter fence. They see you guys coming. It's late into their shift, so they don't really have much going on. They just a little casual conversation as you guys are on the way through. And you guys keep on hoofing it. And right as you guys get to the old fuselage bridge of the Riptide, which now everything probably like outer shell or so of the Riptide by this point, 3 years in, has pretty much been stripped away. Just like the inner chambers of it and skeleton are still structurally there. So, as you guys get to the bridge that leads you up into the Riptide itself, the sun is just probably a quarter over the horizon, casting a little bit of light. Not much movement going on in the town proper. And the rain stays that soft little drizzle as you guys head in. Alec Urson meet you guys pretty much right on the edge of the Riptide after you guys cross over the bridge. And oh, good morning. Good morning. Checks his chrono. Oh, you all made it in quite good time, really. Oh, that's impressive. Let's talk in the council chambers. Best to be away from any wandering ears or eyes. And Alec Urson was well off back in the days of pre-stranding. So he has like a nicer like 4-piece suit on. Doesn't have like the coat on, obviously, but he has a vest on. However, most of his clothing now is very threadbare, but he seems and has always seemed to be unwilling to let go of those old world filaments. Has not accepted wearing the new homemade crafted garments of the fibers and things from Femar.
I'm gonna chide him a little bit on that one. Just, Alec, man, just let it go, buddy. Those clothes are not doing you any favors.
Oh, Master Savo, I assure you these Colothian threads are good for a lifetime, and I will make sure that they last a lifetime.
You could at least wash them.
He takes a bit of offense to that. The local soaps I have no problem with, young Bellan. And he does like the smell check, you know? Although the meeting was called with much haste, please step in. I'll go wash up real quick.
Oh fuck.
So the council chamber now is the innermost, been sort of purposed. The old captain's table desk effectively has been moved down here, and the council is like a round table, so it has the 10 chairs around it. None of the other council members are in here. It seems like the meeting has already been dismissed. And it's not a big room, but there's like a little stove, little dry bar, things of that nature. And you guys take a seat, and just in a couple of minutes, Alec comes back. Punches the door behind him, it slides closed. And unlike Woles and a few of the other younglings who had taken to listening in on the public meetings and things of that nature through the rafters and open-air slots of many of the other parts of the Riptide, this one being so centralized to the ship, seems to be still fully enclosed.
Nice.
And the council seems to be doing their best in keeping things nice, so they polish it and keep it clean, and they have a little rug like in the middle of the floor, so it's not just Durasteel everywhere.
Very nice.
Oh, this Master Savo, this seems like quite the group that you've brought with you. Perhaps will be perfect for the job. But we'll get right to it as he pulls his chair up to the table. And we had just had recent reports from one of the Tide Runners, one of the X4 crew, that they had just spotted late last night, almost seemingly entirely by luck. Had spotted a rather large Corestian hunting party about 20 miles south.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
You said south?
South, yes.
So it's a bunch of guys like Call? That's not a bad thing, huh?
He smiles at you, Bellan. He says, "Yes, like the young Call. But
They can't be that bad then, right?
Well, Bellan Call is kind of one of a kind whenever it comes to, the culture he comes from isn't exactly a peaceful one. Call is an outlier. So,
from what we know, Master Sabo speaks truth here. And of course we've attempted meetings and things of that nature, but as you know, meetings have not gone over well at all. Especially most recently, just a few months back, after one of the Tide Runners was sundered, the council had issued a no-contact declaration, as you all know. However, these recent reports have sent the council into a bit of a tizzy. Oh, and before I forget, they do apologize for not briefing Master Timjin. With Master June being absent for so long, we've had to restructure our meeting quorum, and we're able to meet without them. I'm sure you understand.
ours is a life of service and duty.
He smiles at that. Indeed.
Anyway,
Now
so
this has been, I know it's been an early morning, and he does have, looks like he's been up since the meeting was probably called, so he has some bags under his eyes. And we could all probably use this, we have some tea left over from the encounter. Be happy to brew you all some, and as a matter of fact, I already have it steeping. So he walks over to it on the little, literally like a little standalone range stove. Checks the temperature of it. Oh, perfect. Grabs 4 of the little cups for you guys, which are not like teacups by any means. Seem to be repurposed from like the galley of the Riptide, from the ones that have not broken or otherwise been unusable. So he grabs a couple and sets them over, brings 5 over, 1 for himself, and pours a little bit for everybody. Now I will say, perhaps while I had favored many of the other old world fortunes, this tea that we found, thanks to Appa, has been terrific. It's certainly become my favorite over the last years.
Is that the strange old guy with the mushrooms?
It is.
Okay, yes.
It is. It is young Laurence. It is.
I don't think we should drink that.
Now this one is non-mushroom, I assure you. It's from one of
okay,
the
good.
local plants.
Thank goodness. I was a little worried.
I love how
know.
Call is like all about Appa's mushrooms and teas, and Bellan can't stand them. That's awesome. The duality of man.
Yeah, right?
Oh, and I know you all have been away, but some of the lumber workers have discovered that one of the tree's saps has been quite sweet and safe to imbibe, and we've been
Now,
able
Holly.
to.
Holly,
Yes, Master Sama.
I appreciate the update on the comings and goings of the people of the Riptide, but maybe we can, what do you need from us? What is this about?
I assure you, this will come over much better with a beverage.
I want some.
Of course. And he
How-
first
It's
he
bed and beer.
he waits and he pours with the heated sap. It's in a longer container, so it's not a super sticky consistency. Like a little bit lighter than honey, perhaps.
Oh,
Pours a little bit in for JukeBi and Bellan. Would anybody else? Lawrence, Master
Yeah,
Saba?
yes, please.
Of course. And he
Sure, why not?
does, of course, pour a solid helping into his own cup.
I was already thirsty. This is making me more thirsty. I'm going to grab something to drink.
Go ahead. So, he puts everything back up and stirs everything, and it's actually quite good. Solid beverage.
Ooh.
It's quite tasty
Mm. Refreshing, even.
and refreshing, even. Yes. And he goes on. And speaking of young Carl, he has in the past mentioned where Karest Vin is located.
Ooh,
But
spell that for me.
Kerest apostrophe capital VEN.
Ah, very cool.
And by all measurements, he said it was roughly 50 miles southwest of here. But most of their contacts have not been seen this close to Point Riptide, and our previous attempts, as some of you may well know, no one else has been able to confirm if this is where Karest Vin is located, due to the amount of blaster fire that is received upon getting close. So while, yes, Khan is a wonderful individual, and I've had many good conversations with him myself, it seems that the rest of the Crestians seem unwilling to negotiate, or even simpler than that, unwilling to meet.
I see.
And with the reports that have come in from Master Joom, the council thinks that perhaps it may be wise to find common ground with the Kerestians and form a at least working relationship, if not an alliance of some sorts. Just in case things with the Fomorians continued to escalate and get worse.
Get worse. I mean, we're doing just fine with them. Don't we have envoys out with the Fomorians right now?
Yeah, I thought we were friends with them.
We do, and we are. Even now, some of their emissaries are in Point Riptide as we speak. But they do not seem to be a united people as of now, and some whisperings and of perhaps heightened tensions between some of their differing groups. Things may escalate. And the council, the Riptide Council, wants to be ahead of that curve if at all possible.
So do you think that the Fomarians and Paul's people, I mean the Carestrians, are gonna fight? Is that what you're worried about? Kiki.
I, to be honest, am unsure. Seeing as how most of us here in Riptide and the Cressians, as far as we know, are land-dwelling species, it may be best to have a united front if, of course, if things were to progress in that direction.
So, what does the council propose? I know you said a working relationship, some sort. What are we thinking? What do we have that we can offer them?
To be honest with you, we would have to start talking first before we knew what we could even offer each other. And considering the academy and their students' abilities, the council thinks it wise to perhaps use you as Riptide's emissaries and not those of the X4.
Well, as I said earlier, our life is to serve and to duty.
Of course. And he smiles. As he smiles, you see his skin, his face really turn a lighter shade of pale. And I will need everybody that drank the tea
Oh God.
to make, double check here.
Resilience.
It is going to be a resilience check. Yes, it is going to be a hard resilience check. So everybody.
Hmm.
I believe I get a boost die from Blooded. Would that apply?
You will.
You said it's a hard check.
Hard check, yes.
Damn. There's definitely
Well,
is
Sabo.
Appa's tea.
No.
He will be making a resilience check as well. His is a little bit different from yours.
Oh.
Oof. Okay, so, JukeBi, you are going to take 4 strain. Laurence, you will take 2 strain. Bellan, you'll take 2 as well. Savo, you are going to take 2 strain and 5 wounds.
Very well.
Straight to your threshold. And Halleck is going to take... Oof. So as you guys see Halleck's face begin to turn pale, and he begins to try to get words out. He is unable to, and slumps slowly into his chair. And you all feel, except for Laurence and JukeBi, who you definitely feel like almost like a rash of pain spread out like from your torso on the inside, like your muscles are contracting. And Laurence, with your success, you know that everyone here has imbibed a poison of some kind. And for everybody that did fail, you get, you feel your throat kind of like close up, but not anything enough to really cause anything crazy. But it certainly is worrying, especially if you took the wounds, you take the full brunt of it.
I would like to immediately check and see if Halleck is still breathing.
So you, even in your state, rush out of your chair over to Halleck. He is very short of breath, and his pulse is very weak.
Shit. Can I attempt? Is he? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to talk to him, I guess. Are you good? Are you good?
He can't even, he's just like choking, like words out, like half words. He's not able to like string a sentence together.
Man, that boy faded.
Can we like, I don't know, pick out something that would be anti-inflammatory,
Mhm.
or pick him back up? Because I don't have like a stim pack or anything.
I want to use force move to move the poison out of his body.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
but no.
right.
Bro, trying to
Could I-
blood bend. What?
Exactly.
Could I medicine check Halleck
To what ends?
to see, like the extent of this poison, like how, if it'll get worse, how long it'll last, something like that.
Yes, you may. Give me a medicine check. It's gonna be a hard check, so 3 purples, and you will have a setback on it.
Can I assist?
You may, yes.
That's gonna be 2 boost dice because I'm a Togruta.
Dang.
Ooh.
Special feature.
Alright.
Very
2
cool.
success, 2 threat.
Nice assist, JukeBi.
It worked out.
Was our check? Ooh, 2 successes, 2 threats. All right, so Laurence, as you succeeded yours, but you still have a little bit of that burn going on. With your first success, just from your studying and been exploring some of the local xenobiology, this is having effects similar to one of the local tree frogs, like excretions out of their skin, which has been, to what you guys have found out, quite dangerous if ingested in a large number, or like a large quantity. With your other success, Halleck is in bad shape and is effectively over his wound and strain threshold right now. But unless he takes any more, and you just like leave him here, he will be all right.
Yeah, I mean he should be fine. It's It's probably an extract from some kind of those frogs we have outside the village.
Who
He
did
should
this?
He said he got it from Appa.
That's what he said.
So Appu was trying to poison us?
Ugh. I'm
Master
assuming
Savo.
Savo's fucking hurting.
Oh yeah, Savo's. Oh yeah, you're taking a good brunt of it right now. It's you're definitely taking the worst of it out of everybody.
Is it like a respiratory thing? Or
Oh yeah.
like,
Oh, no
Okay.
doubt.
Get Alec to the med bay. Somebody go find Appa. I don't know. Get Alec to the med bay first. Yeah.
And Savo, I will say, you know that since Appa and the rest of the group have left, they have not returned. So he has been gone for quite some time.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Not Appa.
So give me a well, do we want to run Holic down to the med center real quick on the Riptide, or
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. I'll assist.
so who's taking it?
I'll take it. Fuck.
And
All
me
of
and
us.
Yeah. Together forever.
All right, so you guys all well. Before we leave, go ahead and give me a group perception check, and it's going to be an average check. So 2 purples.
This stuff can make you see everything.
2 yellows and a green.
I think that's you.
I got 2 yellows. That's it.
SoCon not here.
What's my difficulty?
Average, so it'll be 2 purples. You'll have a boost die, and I am going to upgrade this one. So make it a
Let's
red,
go.
purple, and a setback. Ooh, 3 threats. Nice. Okay, so 2 successes. Your first success, they do still have some of the data pads and things like that here. There is one on the table that you assume from the meeting earlier, aka everybody that has been in this room so far today. And the list for the quorum of the council members reads as Gar Kellen, Sila Nace, Nimbus Finn, Neely Nuve, and Bal Shadida.
All Shadida.
Yes, Shadida. And I'll give you that list, actually.
Gar, Silas, Nimbus, Neely, and Ball.
I'll post this in the...
And do you have what each of these people like is? Like you know,
yes, I do.
like if June was on this list, he would be like the, you know, the Sunstrider guy.
like title.
Yes.
Yeah, like, what are these guys?
So, Ball is the mining rep.
Yep.
Neely is the lumber rep. Sila is the farming rep. And Nimbus and Gar are both just like locals who were like voted in. So they're just like the will of the people.
I see. And what about
So
Halleck?
they're just like we'll say Riptide reps, if you will.
Okay.
And Halleck himself, you know, is the Speaker of the Council. That's his title.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in government class.
Yeah. Go Civics.
Tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. No charge class. Live streamed here on Sunstriders. Just Jake swiping on Tinder behind his desk.
Whoa! That is insane. That is insane for you to say that, actually.
Yeah, man. Just for your Tinder profile picture, just have a picture of you crushing a watermelon in between your fucking arms, dog.
That's a good idea.
That's
man.
real.
That is
That's real.
real, actually. I should do that. You're right.
Quick question.
Yes.
One more. Is there any way I can do any kind of or are there any rumors of any of these people being
Well,
like
right now,
dissonant?
right now you're running Holic to the med center, so you guys punch the door, slides open, and you're like having to like be bent over right now, Savo, as it is coursing through you. But it's not far. Med center's still intact on the Riptide. Best to keep it all safe. And one of the old Rebellion medical droids is in there. Doesn't seem like anybody's actively having to stay overnight or anything like that right now. Welcome to the Riptide Medical Center. What may I help you with today?
Give him the rundown. With the poisonous frogs and the tea.
Ah. Yes, lay him on the bed. I will attach an IV post haste.
I'll pick him up
Gets
and
a little-
lay his ass down.
Gets a little stick and like opens his mouth. His airway does seem to be closing, but not closed. This is good. He does seem to be no longer lucid as of now. So I will IV him and monitor his progress. What has Mr. Halleck gotten into?
Did any of us grab some of the tea?
Ooh.
Vigilance check.
Lawrence
Sure.
is a smart.
Yeah,
Lawrence is
not
a smart
me.
guy, dude.
Lawrence is a smart guy. Give me a vigilance check.
knows.
Simple difficulty, Lawrence.
All right.
How don't one of us just like throw up in a bowl? Let him test it.
Ooh.
2 successes.
Okay, so 2 successes. You bring not only some of the tea, but the container of the sap as well. You run it in. And which one of these is the cause?
It could be either. We don't really know.
Very well. I will attempt to synthesize both of these and get to the bottom of this. I can have a report for you in about half an hour.
Thank you, AI.
My designation is VN3, actually.
Thank you, Vine.
You're welcome.
Vine, that's kind of cool. Yeah, write that down, little DM boy.
That's a good one. Anytime you see my head go this way, know that I'm typing notes on. Okay.
So, Master Savo, what do we do? I mean, we know someone poisoned Holic and us.
Well, I don't think we want to alert the whole colony and have a whole game of whodunit, finger pointing and victim blaming. We may need to get the council back in here, kind of maybe review some footage if there is any, look over the data pad.
Yeah, because we kind of got sent at 3 in the morning to drink poison tea. It seems a bit targeted.
That's what I was thinking. And also, he was
Vine
quick
says,
to mention.
Oh my, that seems like quite the predicament.
Come,
we may
let's
need
go
to
outside.
erase his memory.
But bye-bye.
So we'll step out into the hall.
And you do still have the council chambers themselves to your disposal.
Yeah, definitely go back there. I think actually, so that nobody tampers with anything.
About how fast did it act from when we drank it?
Maybe 10 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
Mm.
We might want to check on the council members, see if any of them have been poisoned as well.
Didn't he say they were all enjoying it?
He did?
Yeah, so
That's a good idea, Laurence. Okay. Yeah.
So now I'll say this:
We're
in the council chambers themselves, you have like from the terminal in the table, the terminal in the table. You have an access comm to every member of the council. So if you do want to call everybody back in, you certainly can do that.
Let's do that.
All right. Who wants to type up the summons? Or who wants to give the summons?
I feel like that should definitely be Savo.
Savo Zuli. Do we call
What?
ourselves Jedi? What do we call ourselves?
Why would you call yourselves that?
what are you calling yourself, Mr. Sava?
That's a great question.
There's six guys.
I
No
would
one's
say-
You know
sitting
what?
on the
Oh,
throne.
wait, we have the name. Savo Zuli. Ratayor.
Oh, now.
Tayor.
There you go.
Whoa, big shot.
Hey. I'm getting there.
You type it out. That would look good, wouldn't it? Erase Tayor.
Yeah. Yeah, just like, I don't know. And I think I want to kind of keep it discreet. Like, basically tell them like, hey, some developments have been, discovered. We need everybody back for another meeting, kind of thing.
Do you mention in your communique anything about Helic? Or
I do
Holic?
not.
Okay.
I do not.
The first message that comes back is from Ball. So, on whose authority do you have to be calling this meeting?
The authority of Mr. Somebody tried to fucking kill me.
Speaker of the council, Mr. Halleck, has asked me to resummon everybody. Who does this guy think he is? This
You get
is an emergency.
You don't get any other messages back, but you do get like the Microsoft Outlook thumbs up to your message.
Does anyone
And-
not respond?
No, everybody responds. All 5 of them respond.
That's good.
None of them really, they don't stream in as a group. But you do see Gar and Nimbus walk in together. Gar is an Iktoki male. He's older. And Nimbus is a human female, and she is a little bit younger. She's in like her early 20s. Scylla, Neely, and Ball all show up by themselves. Ball is the last one to arrive. Scylla is a younger Twi'lek, roughly the same age as female Twi'lek, roughly the same age as Nimbus. Neely is a male Twi'lek, also roughly the same age as the other two. And Ball is a older human male that is pretty burly, pretty rough looking. As the mining rep, you think that he has probably been most labor intensive maybe out of all of them.
Of course.
As it should be.
None of
And
them
probably
are,
the most exploited as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
None of them are really happy to be back in here. Scylla, Neely, and Ball are by far the most grumpy because they had like reported to work and then got called back in. So they went all the way out to wherever they were working and then had to turn around and come back.
This is going to be really uncomfortable. I hate this.
You say that in character?
I'm mumbling to myself. June is so much better at all this kind of stuff.
The door is still open behind you guys as all, 9 of you are in here.
Yeah. Hey, let's see. Who's our Braun guy? It's Bellan, right?
It is Bellan.
Yeah.
Hey, Bellan, can you go lock the door and make sure nobody comes in?
Sure.
On the
I
inside. On the inside of the room.
All right, I'm on it, Master Sabo.
Bellan walks over, punches the door closed, taps in the extra lock, and you hear the tumblers. And the 5 of them, like, look around. And Ball. All right, Master Sabo, you said that Holic had called us back, but apparently he's not here. So, where is he?
All right. I may have lied to get you here. Holic is in no condition to do anything right now.
What does that mean?
Somebody poisoned them and tried to poison us. He called us in after your council meeting. We came in. He served us tea. It had some of that tree frog sap stuff in it. And he's in the med bay, knocked out. Got a tube down his throat. The works.
A gasp goes out from the group of them. That seems impossible. Ball is quick to talk. We were all just fine at our meeting earlier this morning.
Did Holic serve you tea?
Of course. We have it every meeting.
Did you have with the honey?
With the sap of naturally. And if I do say, I mean, the tea by itself is horrid without it, so you certainly won't be drinking any without it. And
I would like
the other 4 at the table are like, he has a point.
I'm looking for insight. It's fucking perception, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is.
Ah, so lame. All right, look, I'll call all you back here for your safety, and so maybe we can figure out what's going on. Obviously, something happened. I don't think Holic would poison himself. If he did, he's an idiot. So we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Scylla, the female Twi'lek, speaks up. So you mean to say that this is an investigation into all of us?
Not necessarily into all of you, but it's certainly an investigation. I mean, somebody
Neely,
tried
the male
to
Twi'lek.
murder a council member, and
Don't you think that maybe this should be covered by the X4 instead of 3 kids and you?
oh,
No offense, of course.
Stavo kind of recites his little mantra to himself. Everybody is worthy of redemption, Stavo. We will get the X4 involved in this. I just didn't want there to be any kind of crazy witch hunt going on between everybody at Riptide. All right? With with Oziad being gone, who's even JukeBi? Who's even running the X4 right now?
They kind of just take turns.
Command structure has not been very clear recently for the X4.
Okay.
considering that Thuna and Oziad are both out of commission for the time being.
We did have somebody though. There's a third guy.
I believe he
Whoever
was
I
just,
talked to
yeah, I
on the
believe he was just a
radio.
corporal.
Yeah, Corporal, yeah.
That's a
Corporal
long shot
Dan.
from being a commissioned officer.
Hey, you know what? Fuck, man. Let me ask you this. What did you discuss in your meeting this morning that was so pertinent that you needed to get us down here?
Paul, once again, is the first to speak. And he's boisterous, he's loud. Well, obviously, the damn Koreshtians are planning an attack. Naturally, we had to meet to make sure we can try and respond effectively.
All right. I'm not trying to... I'm
And I
not
would
doubting
say,
anything.
I
I'm
would
just
say
confirming our
JukeBi,
facts.
JukeBi, you see Scylla and Nimbus both kind of roll their eyes as Ball is going in on this.
Oh, let's see. Where can I? Well, Mr. Ball, what's their show of force? Where are the forces built up? Have they shown aggression yet? What's going on?
Well, you know, whenever we sent one of the last Tide Runners over there a few months ago, they shot it into the sea. And now we have a group of a few dozen in a hunting party, the furthest north closest to us that we've ever seen. Obviously, we should be worried.
I think it's worth going talk to them, but
Wait
a
a minute.
hunting party
Wait
isn't
a
going to
minute,
have
wait a
anything.
minute, wait a minute. Do any of you know the name of the frog that's poisonous? Didn't you know like what it's actually called? Specifically the council members.
They all look to each other. They all actually kind of look towards Neely, the male Twi'lek, and he kind of looks at everybody. Yeah, we discovered them. We've just been calling them the Nala frogs, just like from the galaxy proper, the closest we can think of. But, you know, they're common to the island where most of the lumber yards are. And I mean, to be honest, it seems like a pretty poor way to go about poisoning somebody, if you ask me. I mean, we only had some of the workers get sick after they roasted and ate like 4 or 5 of them.
Concentrate.
Who, JukeBi. I know you've been at the academy a lot lately, but you wouldn't happen to know who's been keeping watch over our crazy Fomarian friend, do you?
Oh, we kind of just leaned him up on one of the big rocks and left him there to wake up with his findings. No, we
He got taken into custody. I'm just want in character. Who's watching? Or out of character? Who's watching? You know, where
okay,
was
I have
the
two
crazy
conflicting points
Fomarian
here,
guy?
right? One is that we either gave him the X4 and let X4 take him,
Yeah.
or we took him. Two,
No, X4 took him.
I believe they gave it back to you guys.
Wasn't he walking
back to
out
us?
into the sea like 10 minutes
Yes.
ago?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I thought he was being kept on Point Riptide.
You thought he could have poisoned him, so we probably had him at the academy.
So my whole thing is he's a native to the planet. He probably knows about the flora fauna, knows that the poison frog is dangerous. You know, at what level? He has reason to, you know, not be friendly with us. I was thinking that could maybe be our guy, but
But it was explicitly this
had him.
badge.
yeah.
That Havoc then got. We got to know where Havoc grabbed this badge from. When did he come back to his tea ingredients? How does he transport those things?
What does Halleck do on a day-to-day basis? What's his
Halleck is pretty much just shopkeeper, inventory, whatever is going on in town that he needs. And then whenever the council has meetings, he's the guy that delivers all like the messages that the councils come to. So he's like their spokesperson. His real job is informing
Speak the
everybody of the
letters.
decisions that the council comes to.
I see.
White House secretary, if you will. Press secretary, if you will. So Halleck's the one up there on the podium getting fucking tomatoes and shit thrown at him whenever they make decisions people don't like.
Are there any cameras in this council room?
Nimbus speaks up to you, Laurence. That's a great idea. Matter of fact, there are some cameras. You should be able to pull them up right there on the tablet or on the table console.
All right, yeah. Give me 1 second.
Laurence, give me a computers check,
Right.
and it is going to be a hard check with 1 red. And actually, I'm going to upgrade it 2 reds and a purple.
Spin it back. Spin it back.
Got to. Absolutely got to.
Oh,
0 success, 1 threat.
1 threat. Okay. So there are cameras and there's a feed, and you're able to pull it up and go back to it, and you see the feed of of everybody walking in, find the timestamp. You see everybody, the original meeting, walking in, having just a normal morning, looks like. And just like they said, they all pour the tea. You're peering over it. Seems like all of them get like the sap added in. They all drink. Some of them have multiple cups because it was 3 a.m. The meeting, you see it disperse. You're on like 2.5x, 3x speed, just watching it. Nothing seems crazy. It does get a little bit heated, but eventually they come to a decision. The meeting dismisses, and as everybody walks out, the feed jumps to you guys walking in.
Like it skips?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
That's not good.
All right.
It's like some footage got deleted.
So who's smart enough to do that? Or who has access to even do that?
And then, well, what do you see?
Well, nothing really happens to the tea. There is a little skip in between your meeting and ours. But the footage
Gar
just kind of
speaks up, the older Iktoki. What do you mean skip? You mean to tell me somebody deleted the recording?
I think so.
He like throws his hands up. You know, I thought we left all the backstabbing and things like that before we crash landed here. He looks over to specifically Ball and actually just Ball.
oh, this is delicious.
So Gar and Ball are both from their age are both OGs, if you will. Are both like pre-crash landing, like Riptide, either workers or members or however.
They're fucking heroes is what they are.
And by their age, you can probably guess now that Sheila, Nimbus, and Neely, all 3 were probably born on planet. Probably right after or soon after it crash landed.
What to do?
Indeed.
Wait. So we just we still have the poor thing, right?
You guys
We
gave
just-
it
we-
to
The synthesizer.
to Vine.
I-
You guys gave it to V3.
Fuck.
Now, of course, if
We
you wanted to
didn't-
just pour some out and let him,
I think that's
that
what
and
we
bring
did,
it back,
actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
We're,
That's what we
okay,
did.
we're
Oh,
good with that.
oh. Can I use?
Check your sheets if you haven't, man. You might find
Use-
something usable in this encounter.
Contraption to find the deleted items folder in the camera interface. Once per
Make-
session, hard mechanics check to fashion a device to solve a current problem just using the tools and parts on hand. I want to
Yes.
recover deleted files.
Yes. Make that hard mechanics check. Upgrade one of them bad boys to a red though, because I would hate for my tense encounter to be solved perhaps so easily.
So a red and 2 purples.
Red and 2 purples.
May I flip back on you?
Yeah. Yep.
No!
Get the fuck. Oh no.
No!
Ah, jeez.
So,
What the
JukeBi,
fuck?
you are unable to find it, but I will say this. You can see the trail that they took to make sure everything was deleted. So you're going through all the files, you're going through the directory, and you're able to jump onto the trail. Somebody that knew what they were doing. This wasn't some amateur just like dragging it to the recycle bin and leaving it. No, they've done a damn good job of scrubbing it entirely from the terminal.
Guys, this is somebody who knew exactly where to go. They know this system. They've done this before. So whoever deleted this, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Gar looks around. Well, who's good with the tech? There we go. Looks around.
Not I.
And the council
Balls.
members, council members here, nobody seems to be fessing up and saying that they're particularly good with computers. Ball even just like scoffs with like his arms crossed in his chair. The old guy thinking it is funny that perhaps he would be good with technology.
Hey, technological stagnation. Tech is the same as it was whenever he was a kid.
That's true, but there are like it's. I always think of it, especially in Star Wars, as being like cyclical. It's not sort of like fashion, you know, how shit that's old comes back into fashion. I think that ways of making things and tech is like, dude, why did we ever stop doing this? And they like phase it back, and they're like, dude, this shit sucks. We should never do this again.
right.
So they cycle new shit in,
Capitalism
and it's just like
benefits.
it's just like the endless cycle of using the same shit but different over and over and over again.
I see. That would make sense.
Like if I gave one of my Gen Alphas like Windows XP, their brain would explode, I'm sure.
I miss XP.
There he is, dude.
Fire at one point.
All right.
And as Ball crosses his arms, as his shirt kind of rolls up a little bit on the outside of his bicep, he does have like a tattoo of like the Rebellion Firebird, big shit on his arm on the outside.
That guy's a fucking hero, dude. All right. I would like to inspect the actual container. Specifically, I'm looking for, you know, like those old, like, I think they were Japanese, like the old teapots, like the poison teapots where if you cover a hole and pour it,
Oh yeah.
one liquid would come out, and if you kept the hole uncovered, a different liquid would come out.
Yeah, give me a perception check. And this can honestly, if we're going this way, it can be a group one as well.
Yeah. Group.
And
I.e. not me.
This will be an easy check, but it is going to be upgraded from that despair.
Who's got the perception?
I have 1 yellow.
I believe.
I think I have a
Bellan?
really good
Yeah.
perception. Let's see. I've got 2 yellows.
Nice. And JukeBi's helping.
All right, so 2 yellows, a boost. How many perps?
It'll just be 1 red.
Okay. Hey.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, so Bellan, you roll over, start giving the actual container of the sap the once over, and it's a very simple contraption. Think like some of like the cheaper Mexican restaurant like salsa containers, where they just have like the steel container, the handle, and like the thumb press to pull the lid up so you can pour it out.
Yeah.
Pretty much just like that, just a longer container. There isn't anything hidden on it or anything like that, hidden contraptions. But whenever you open it up, you definitely see 2 liquids in it. Like now that it's been sitting and it hasn't been heated, they have like separated from each other, and they have like the sort of inky, dark green, like spots that have sort of like risen to the top of the sap that you would assume are probably the poison.
Alright, go ahead and I inform everybody of this shit I'm seeing. Hey guys, you seeing this? It looks,
So this
looks
is-
like the liquids are like separating.
So this wasn't some kind of crazy elaborate plan. It looks like somebody just came in, did it, erased the footage, and left.
What's it looking like?
And Gar sitting there with his hands on the table. Well, I mean, why would anybody try to poison the council? Or
Power
it
play?
wasn't even us if we didn't have any problems.
The jump happened after your meeting, I think.
Did the meeting go sour?
It was tense as they always are, and everybody nods their head in agreement. But that's just, I represent everybody here. Not everybody's going to agree with the same thing.
Does anybody have an issue with the plan of action that's been laid out?
They all look to each other. Ball speaks up. Yeah, I've got an issue with it.
Arrest that man.
Go on.
I just don't know what we're waiting on.
Don't know what you're waiting on for what?
We might have a little dust on the bottle, so to speak, but if the Crestians want to riff around and find out, I'm happy to teach them.
So you're not a fan of sending the Sunstriders out as envoys?
Envoys. We've come this far. Got this whole fleet of Tide Runners, trained up this whole X4. And we want to go talk? After they shot down one of ours and we lost 2 lives? All I gotta say is, if they had white buckets on their head, we already would have went and wiped them out.
Oh, Mr. Ball.
Ball's fine.
Ball, like we always say at the academy, there can always be peace. I mean, there's no sense in needless bloodshed. If we went and attacked them, how many of our lives will we lose? But that's besides the point. Right now, we need to worry about figuring out who's trying to kill the council. Did Halleck have any issues?
Nimbus speaks up. Alec. He's just trying to save face. Make sure the perception of him is high, as always.
Kind of a rough job to do that in.
Master Sabo, who sent you the message to come over here?
It was Holic, right?
It was Alec, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I double check that all the footage of their original council meeting is fine and not tampered with?
From your... yes. Yes.
I'm curious. Okay.
So, yeah, make one more computers check for me. This is just going to be an average check. It'll be 2 purples.
One success.
1 advantage. Okay.
I don't think they were after the council, Master Savo. I think they were after us.
And Laurence, you know that to be correct. You had just missed it the first time. You were going too fast. But everybody had one more cup right at the end, right before they ended the meeting. Pollock did not pour it this time, though. So you see Nimbus pour everybody the tea, pour everybody the sap into it. And you see what might look like maybe a little sleight of hand from pocket of a jacket as she's putting everything back on the stovetop.
Oh, curious.
I'll try to subtly show Savo.
Oh yeah, I'm watching over your shoulder the whole time you're going through it.
Savo, give me a perception check. It is going to be a hard check, but I want you to add your force rating to it.
Nice. I would like to upgrade as well.
Go ahead.
Jesus.
The good news is, though, that's enough for a success. And hey, tensions are high.
I think I'm gonna do it.
We're talking about an air of murderous intent.
I think I'm gonna do it. A lot of anxiety in the room. A lot of anxiety in Savo.
Oh yeah.
How much strain is that?
That will be a 3 strain.
Nice. 1 per. Yeah.
So, Laurence, as you are showing Savo, you see his eyes sort of go long, just for a moment. He comes back, looks at you sideways. A little smirk comes up on the side of his lip. Nods his head. All right. And Chris, I know it's 8, so if you
It's
are
right
ready
on the
to
dot.
roll, perfect.
So,
Can you leave your camera on for me?
I certainly can.
Perfect.
Yeah,
You can put it. You
absolutely.
can put it in the dirt if you want. Either way.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
I'm,
Cool.
I'm leaving the room and never coming back.
Okay.
Hey,
Later,
GG's boys.
GG.
Good luck.
Good night.
Great.
Can't wait to see this one tomorrow.
So, Sabo, as he gives you that smirk, says, "Lord, he says, wow, Akeyo, I see what's going on here. I think this is a great learning opportunity for the 3 of you." He's just going to take a few steps back, cross his arms, lean up on the wall, and let you guys take over.
Do the
Hey,
work.
this bitch was lying.
Do the voice, you coward.
You.
Just like he told me to say it to him. All right.
Gar
Like Creed.
speaks up again. Well, what have you seen?
It seems like Nimbus. Look over.
And everybody in the room's eyes follow you as as you look over.
How does she look?
Let's see. Let's see, shall we? So we're gonna do. We're gonna do. So we had a success there and a success on the computers. We're gonna do this. And probably a setback's probably appropriate.
Ooh.
So as the weight of everybody's gaze falls onto the younger human female, Miss Nimbus, her eyes dart a little bit between everybody, and a little sweat on the brow. What's everyone looking at me for?
I can show you all, but it seems like she slipped something into the tea holder. Very, very carefully. And it was after the last round of your tea, but before ours.
That's impossible. There's why would I ever do that? And of course, Laurence, you can like pop up a little hollow out of the table and show the clip if you'd like.
Oh yes.
Slow-mo, frame by frame. Boop, boop, boop.
Got a little laser pointer.
Enhance.
And here, class, you see.
Enhance.
So you see just the scowl turn on to like Gar and Ball's faces, while the other two young ones are just like, sort of like incredulous, you know. I was just refilling it, was all.
We're not buying it. What's the check that's basically like a like an insight check?
Perception. It's perception.
Perception. I want to do a perception check.
All right, we can certainly do that.
This bitch lying through her teeth.
It will be 1 red and 1 purple.
Ooh.
2 advantages. She is definitely feeling pressured for sure.
Okay. Can I use those 2 advantages to see if there's any other like fidgety telltale signs like nervousness?
On who?
Her.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah, she's definitely sweating a little bit. Her foot's like tapping underneath, like her heel's tapping underneath the table. She's definitely has a little bit of stress going on for sure.
I mean, do you think the Striders aren't good for Point Riptide? Do you think the Academy is bad?
I mean, no, you guys are fine. You're hardly ever. You don't even really live here. You guys are outside of the fence and help out with the farms and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys are fine.
And I mean, we're already missing Joom and Nox and Raz, and if we were missing Savo, it'd be a lot easier to kind of push the Academy around more than what you're doing already.
Gar kind of tilts his head as you say that. JukeBi, was it?
Yes, sir.
That's a fine observation. As a matter of fact, in the meeting this morning, that was whenever we had changed the member requirement for quorum because Joom and Timjin were gone. And that was brought to the table by Miss Nimbus. I can't say I don't disagree. I mean, we have to be able to make decisions, and having 20% of the council gone would, make it very hard to do that. So I thought it was a fine idea.
And it would make sense that she wouldn't want another Strider to take Joom's place.
I mean, this is all getting just a bit ridiculous, don't you think, guys? I mean, what reason would I have, really, to poison you guys? You're just kids.
I mean, maybe she wanted us to be poisoned on the way to the Corestians. And can I ask
Wait a minute.
what Miss Nimbus wanted to respond with the Corestians? Like, is
Hold
she
up,
trying to make
though.
them look bad, like our envoy was attacked on the way there?
What if she did it and didn't even know?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like, remember how we came across that that weird old guy, and he was doing that stuff for that thing called the Father? Like, I don't know. Like, there's been some weird happenings here lately. I mean, I don't think it'd be too far of a stretch to say that maybe something made her do it and she doesn't even know.
That does sound far-stretched, Bellan.
Yeah, maybe so.
We can't rule it out.
When we drank the poison, did Lawrence's talismans activate in any way, shape, or form?
No, did not.
But nothing to me excuses her dropping something into the tea and being the last person to handle the tea. And then Hollick. Who knew that Hollick was going to be meeting with the Striders this morning?
And Ball speaks up. Well, on your first point, Laurence, I thought it was strange this morning that usually Nimbus has a little bit of a spine, but she was all too happy to roll our soft belly over and talk about sending an envoy out. The other three, kind of nod their heads. Yeah, that's right.
2 out of 4.
Now, of course, I mean, we were overruled, and nothing has to be unanimous here, but it was just me and her.
Ball and Nimbus that wanted to fight, or Ball and Nimbus?
That wanted to fight, yeah.
Okay. And then she changed her ruling to an envoy? Or she maintained the fight?
He seemed to be implying that usually she is a little bit more on the aggressive side of things, and this
Okay.
morning she was not, which to him was suspicious, perhaps.
Could you remind me what Nimbus's domain
In general?
Nimbus is just one of the general reps. So she doesn't work at the lumber, the farms, or the mining.
What is her normal administrative position when she's not being a part of the council? Does she have one?
No.
Or does she just go to her house and hang out?
She is as younger, as like a younger person that was born here. She just kind of does her own thing. Doesn't really necessarily have a role outside of that. Might help out at the shops.
Trying to figure out who she runs with. Because Halleck knows where he got the tea from.
I just don't understand why.
Let's just accuse her. Fuck it if we're wrong.
I don't know. Maybe somebody just doesn't believe that the Striders should be on the council. Maybe.
Salem witch trials.
So then the solution to them not being on the council is to poison and potentially kill them? Kill us? I don't...
Has it been 30 minutes?
Like in the chamber?
Yes.
Oh, easily. Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
Hey, Laurence, I'm gonna go grab the or Bellan, can you let me out so I can go grab the results from the synthesization
No.
from the Medroid?
Someone said not to let anybody out.
Exactly. What if you're a bad guy now? Yeah, sure. I'll let you out.
But as you
Sweet.
guys are having that conversation, like the little door buzzer goes off, and you hear Vine on the other side. I have the results of that synthesis for you all.
Oh, please bring them in. We'd like you to read them out loud.
The door is locked.
Oh, hey, Bellan,
Yes.
can you open the door for Vine?
What's the password?
I'm asking you to open the door. I think that's the password.
I let him in. That's the password.
So, Vine walks in like with a little data pad on the door, closed behind him. Oh, well, early results show that the tea was not tampered with. It looks the same here. But the sap that you all have been imbibing seems to have been mixed with some sort of different organic material that seems to match up from some things we have in the database from the planet. Now, I know you didn't ask, but I went ahead and took an extra step further and went ahead and ran perhaps some of a DNA sample just to see if perhaps I could see some genetic material of maybe a handler or anything like that. And inside the sap, I'll tell you, I had quite an interesting discovery. And as he is about to continue his reading, Nimbus pulls out a small holdout blaster
Oh shit.
from somewhere inside one of her sleeves and shoots Vine through the head.
No
Oh my God.
way.
I try to tackle her.
Now, this is by no means a combat encounter at all.
Yeah.
And it is a flurry of motion though, Bellan, as you spring to action. Gar himself, or not Gar, Ball himself is already like halfway out of his chair, and by the time you get over to him, he has like a hand on a wrist and like shoving it up to the ceiling, and the blaster's going off a few more times. And you just fly over and like full eagle tackle both of them to the ground. And Go ahead and make an athletics check for me, though, real quick. It'll
Alright.
just be an average check. Perfect. One success. So you hit her as you got a clump of 3 bodies, hits the ground and slides in the wall. The holdout blaster, she loses her grip on it, goes skittering across the floor.
Somebody hurry up and get the blaster.
But like the council members are in like shock, effectively.
JukeBi, can you grab the blaster? I'll see if I can salvage Vine.
Nothing answers. That's it off.
Okay.
We'll
Yo.
say JukeBi runs over and stamps his foot on the blaster, makes sure nobody else can
Hell
grab
yeah.
it. But on the ground ball, you criffing little snake. Here I thought you were one of my allies. Just like cranking her fucking arm and shit. Young man, I've got it from here.
I give her a wet willy
Talking to you,
first.
Bellan.
Yeah.
But he like knee in the small of the back, got her arm like chicken wing cranked up behind her.
What do we do now? Do we go grab Master Sabo?
Savo's still in the room. He's still just
Oh.
like leaned up.
Master Sabo.
He's just leaned up,
Mr.
sitting on
Savo,
the
what
back.
do-
Yeah. Hey, y'all have it.
You watched him get shot in the head. We need an adult.
She just killed one of our best med droids.
That is a problem.
Our only med droid, actually.
And to be honest, I did not expect it. But no, keep going. Keep going. You guys are doing great. Silent and Neely both look over to him like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I'll head over to Vine, see if I can't, like, salvage anything. Like, if, I don't know.
Pick her pockets.
Just,
50
like his memory banks or something.
Yeah, give me a, and he did have a data pad as well.
Okay. I think that would probably be the way to go.
So without a check, it was literally he was reading off of it already. But on the data pad itself, did have Twi'lek DNA markers on it in there. So for sure, and on top of that, there were also what appear to be Corestian strains as well. And if you want to make a mechanics check real quick for Vine, you certainly can. It'll be a hard check, 3 purples.
Sure, try. Right.
All right, you know Vine is in bad shape right now. But fortunately, holdout blasters aren't that strong. It did punch about halfway through. But you think with some spare parts and things like that, and give it a little bit of time, you should be able to salvage everything back together. And although it might not look great, get Vine back up and running in not no time, but in a day or two.
Well, I mean, if that's not an admission of guilt, I'm not sure what is.
Oh, get off of me! No. All right. All right. Listen. Okay. I'll come clean. Okay. All right. Okay. Listen. It was my little brother. He was the one that found that seed or whatever that you guys were talking about. That was. And he had started acting crazy and everything like that, and I thought that must have been silly. And so I went to investigate it just by myself, and I ended up running into a few of the Crescents. Oh, God, you're gonna rip my shoulder out. I said, shut up. Well, I mean, keep talking, but quit complaining. And I've they took me in and they didn't tell me a whole lot, but they threatened me and my little brother and said that if I didn't do this, that they were gonna come and take us and do horrible things to us.
Insight check.
Yeah, give me a perception check. It'll be an easy check. And this can be a group one as well. It'll be an easy check, one purple.
That'll be me.
Oh, good.
Right.
Oh, wow. 3 successes. So first success, you know that it was her little brother that like got rescued by X4 on the Tide Runner and had started displaying like weirdly aggressive tendencies and things like that. And they had went in and Joom and Sawa and Timden had went out and investigated, and it figured it was what must be like the Oblivion Seed.
What did they do with the brother?
Told everyone, well, he's just a kid. He's like 8 or 9. But so after that, they checked him and everything like that, and seemed fine. Just seemed to maybe be having bouts of like tempers flaring, right? So most of the time he was fine. So they couldn't think of any reason to hold him. So he just was staying with Nimbus. And second success, I would say she does seem to be telling the truth about everything so far.
Word.
You want to pick out anything else you want to necessarily try and pick out or anything like that?
The only thing I was worried about was it being like a cop-out story of the pedestrian.
Oh, no. That's does seem to be telling the truth about being
what date did this happen? Did she say? How recently was this planned for her? Or I guess I say that.
She says it was just a week ago.
Okay. And that hunting party's
Really
been here how long?
A few days, really. So the hunting party they had just seen last night, like one of the night patrols from X4 saw him and then came back like full tilt and told the council, which is why they had the emergency meeting.
Lines up.
Is the brother still with us, or had they taken...
No, he's like back in town.
Okay. They just said that if she didn't...
He goes to the schoolhouse. So Laurence, you know who he is. Like whenever she starts explaining, like you have seen him in class before.
Yeah, I'm with Ball
At
on
the
this one.
schoolhouse.
Let's kill them all.
Was there any plan for you to meet with them afterwards?
Yes, they wanted me to obviously tell them that I had done it, so I'd have to meet up with them somehow.
Where?
Yeah, where and when?
Well, I was already heading south whenever I got the call to come back, and I thought it might be suspicious if I didn't show up, so I came back. They should be waiting. It should have happened already, honestly.
Where?
On one of the peninsulas further south.
What does Sabo think of this? Does it look like he's just...
So I was
he's
just
still
like,
just letting
he's
us
still
take it
back.
all in?
But as she's saying things and you guys are coming to conclusions, he's been nodding his head along, like, well, that's right.
See, when I'm at work and I'm doing something that the guys know that like I probably don't know how to do, and we get to that point where I fuck something up for about 15 minutes, and then I just give them that look of desperate, like, please.
Hey,
I'm essentially asking for input with a glance.
he does this. Oh, it was close. Why do we think that this relatively large hunting party would want a small, maybe, group of Academy members out of the way? Think about it. Obviously, they know Call has left and probably come here, right?
I mean, probably. Do you think that they're mad that he left?
Make a group. Give me an education check, would you? Or actually, I lie. Give me a group knowledge warfare check.
I got 4 greens.
So do I.
I've got 2.
Go for it.
So
Nice,
4
you
greens
do-
the boost, and it'll be an average check.
I'm Mr. Warfare now.
Yeah.
Call me Kratos, because I'm about to smack. Which difficulty?
2 pearls.
Okay. Huh? Come on.
Boost die.
Ooh. Just roll it. Oh!
4 advantages. So JukeBi, your mind's working. You're working through everything. Okay, well, you're like, okay, what do we have that they don't have? An academy? No, they probably have one of those. So, JukeBi, what do you think that the Sunstriders have that the
A backwood tree.
Caressians do not? Could be one. Or definitely is one, actually, I would say. They're not native here.
A water to space vessel.
Yep, that is certainly one.
A seaweed farm.
Oh.
Oh, they might.
Could be one as well.
General character and Riz, I'd say. Just, we're nice people.
Well, June's gone, so you guys are kind of missing that as well.
Yeah. Think we're weak now. I'd say we're missing
Thanks.
some of our best fighters.
Yeah.
Overall, they probably
okay,
just
so-
want to raid for supplies.
Let's dive in on that a little bit. You guys are in a weakened state. So, say you send out a little crew to go be an envoy. And it would naturally be the Sunstriders and what they think probably is a small group of 4 or 5. So following that line down, what is something that the Masters have that you don't have and the Caressians certainly don't have?
Lightsabers.
Bingo.
Wow, wow, wow. So they want to isolate the lightsaber wielders.
So, with that, with all the information we have, you guys sitting around, a little input from Ball as well, who, old shock trooper, knows a few things about war. You guys pretty much lays it out for you guys. Well, lays it out, puts everything together. Oh. Sounds like they wanted to do what we did back to the Empire back in the day. Obviously, we can't go around buying supplies or artillery or things that we need like that, so try and set up a smaller group that might be coming out with it, and then hit them from the side, take it, and dip out before they even realize what happened. Seems like we just got lucky with the X-Force seeing that they were coming down or coming up from the south. So what if they have 30 of them? I mean, I know you guys are probably pretty good at what you do, no offense, but if it was this group, I mean, 4 on 30, they probably have a pretty decent shot of separating that little hilt from your master back there.
So should we go meet them with 30?
Well, we don't know if it was like their leader that asked Nimbus to do this, or if it was like a split sect like the Fomarians have.
An attack is an attack. And it would be their second one.
Oh, it was they called him Archon Sindoff.
That sounds like a leader.
Sounds like it.
Can we
And
cross-reference
Laurence,
that
you're a
at all?
smart guy. JukeBi, you're a smart guy too now. Archon, you know, is certainly a dignitary title.
I think they want to fight us. They're just being a little smarter than we think. Everyone's gone. Everyone that's strong, really. Sorry, Sabo.
So,
It makes sense. It makes sense. We're missing many leaders. And look what happens when they're not here. We try to kill one another.
listen, I don't care what you do, but I can't have anything happen to my little brother. He's the only one I have left.
You could have just came to us and told us that they were trying to hassle you. They could come in and take anyone's little brother. You're not special.
I didn't know that. I was panicked, okay? I didn't know what to do.
Ugh. Oh, shit. Hold on.
And if
I mean, hey, let me. Oh, let me. Hold on. Do you really think you should be built to run, or fit to be on this council? If that's all it takes to betray your people, it's a threat. We were all in danger, and you were only worried about yourself being in danger. That's a threat to everyone here.
They were just interested in you.
And you think they would have stopped with us? You think making the collective weaker is going to protect you and your brother any better?
And you can't appease bandits, they'll just come back for more. It's like giving them tribute.
I don't think you deserve to represent us on the council. But
That's
it's
fine.
probably not my place.
I understand that. And I knew that was a possibility, but As long as my brother's alright, I don't care. Put me in the X4 cell, whatever, just...
Hey, fuck. Like, I hear what she's saying, but I
JukeBi,
don't hear what she's saying. Shit.
hop on the comm. Get some of the X4 over here and keep her in a cell for a while we figure the rest of this out.
Go ahead and grab the comm link out.
We'll get a nice little wipe to her cuffed up onto the Tide Runner, heading back to holding cells for the X4.
I'm gonna pull up the trucker call list next time you do radio play.
And while you guys have a moment, Sabo calls the three of you over to him. So, what do you think we should do?
I think we should wait till morning. We should have scouts out the ready. All of our perimeter watched. And we should try to look to make first contact.
Should
Have
everyone be
words.
informed of the situation, or do you think it's going to make everyone panic?
I think X4 should be informed first. And the perimeter secured. And then once first contact is made, we can tell the public. But the council member is going to be arrested and removed, and that'll get out soon enough, so.
Laurence?
I mean, I have no idea what to do. We could keep trying the envoy path, but if there's already a leader that has it out for us, we'd just be walking straight into a trap. But
Sabo grins.
I was afraid you would grin when I said that.
Laurence, you know what they say. Once you identified the trap, you know what the next best thing to do is? Spring the trap.
Oh boy.
Students, think back on your teachings. We can't be so quick to head to war. I know you all have felt, or maybe not, and that might be my fault, but there's been a dark cloud in the Force this past week, and I'm sure this has something to do with it. It'd be unwise for us to elevate our response. We need to face this with clearer heads. JukeBi, Bellan, I encourage you. Be wary of choosing war and battle. Because if you do choose those things, it's a path that you don't walk away from unscathed. Bellan,
Yes.
do you truly believe that if it were you in Miss Nimbus's situation, you would do something different for Dagon?
I don't know.
Keep empathy at the forefront of your mind. People are often making decisions with the best of their knowledge. And many times it's wanting at best.
I see.
Now, we will need more help. Let us return to the academy and perhaps center ourselves a bit, and let me sort out my stomach before we spring the trap.
Sounds good.
I want to make sure that the fortifications are up to standard. Can I stay for a while?
Sounds like a fine idea. Well, we will head back. Send a message ahead if you take too long, and we'll simply meet back up with you. I doubt we'll be staying the night one more night.
Sounds good. I shouldn't really be too long. I think everything was in order. I want to double check.
Laurence, Bellan.
Master Savo, are you gonna come with us to spring the trap?
Of course.
Oh, thank goodness.
Do you
Now
think we should
this,
leave?
listen, this nice, contained environment. I already knew what was going on. I was wondering what the Force had shown me a vision of a plate shattering, and I wasn't sure what that was. But as soon as she pulled out the holdout blaster, I realized, But ooh, matter of fact, Laurence, you should probably get started on that and get somebody up to speed on it, and then make sure he's back up and running.
Yeah, can do. My only concern is if you bring a lightsaber to the trap, would that be enough for them to just outright attack us? I guess
Perhaps.
we'll find out. Jeez.
This is the exciting part.
Hmm.
Not that you should go out looking for excitement and things of that nature, but we're on the precipice, the knife's edge, if you will. Unbound information might await us. We just have to go find it. All right. So, Dom, did you want to make any checks or anything like that?
Let's see. I have.
Or was there some other desire you had away from prying eyes?
Did I mess something up with this XP? I believe I did. I don't think I had improvised position before I took dedication. So I think that should have knocked me for 50 flat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm an XP debt. Okay. And I don't have those two other trees. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. But real quick, I have improvised defenses. Average survival check makes small defenses provided cover for up to 4 people. And with the 50 XP exponential, I have hard mechanics check to fashion a secure point. I'd like to do either or with those, and maybe add an extra improved point to, I believe, the south where they were spotted, or the north.
I do think you have the one you were talking about, the improvised defenses or improved defenses or whatever, right by your dedication.
Yeah, that should have been what I picked up instead of Akeyo and suppress. So I got rid of those. I picked that up. So I'd like to go with improvised position. because it's going to be secure point, provides cover for the group and its vehicles. I don't know how wide out that is. I think I need to look up the actual FFG.
Let's see if they've got the
long form
text
one.
in here. Yeah.
Let's improve defenses. This is improved improvised position.
Yeah, nah, we'll roll it just as is. Go ahead and make that average check for me then.
Average or hard?
It says average, huh? Yeah, average
Okay.
survival.
Improvised defenses is average survival check. The improvised position is hard mechanics.
Ooh, okay. And you want to do improvised position then?
Yes, that's why I put up the long form on it.
Gotcha.
Some of its vehicle silhouettes must be 4 or less. Position provides cover and can have additional narrative benefits at GM's discretion. The character may spend 2 advantages or a triumph result from the check to increase the range defense the position provides to 2.
Roll that hard mechanics check then, baby. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And what can you spend those advantages on?
I believe just spend 2 advantages or triumph result from the check to increase the range defense the position provides to 2, not by 2.
Okay, sweet. All right. Well, hey. You head down to the south border, and you're like, I've got some ideas for this. So you just start hammering stuff around, man. Get your forklift shirt out and hop on and start adjusting some things. You start dragging some things over, re-strengthening this side. Like this would be good. And you definitely know that if they want to come from the south, they're gonna have a hard time doing it. Very good. Laurence. Go ahead and make that mechanics check for me as well. It'll also be a hard check.
Right. Yeah, on the flip one. Oh my.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Golly.
Hey, VN's been around for a while. Matter of fact, I would say that this was probably your dad's personal assistant droid at his original clinic before he joined up with the Riptide way back in the day.
Yeah.
So you know Vine inside and out. You have him, let's see, 1 success and then it cuts it like in half every time or something like that. Why not, right? So instead of a day or 2, you have Vine back up and running in about 2 hours.
God.
Don't you worry, Vine. We'll get you back up and running.
And go ahead, hey, take 2 strain for her right there for the threats. But you plug him back up. You're digging through the med center bay. You open up one drawer, and there's like a replacement med droid like faceplate in there. You're like, oh, perfect. So pull it out, bolt him back on, spot weld him back up, flip the switch back on his panel. His eyes light back up. Found traces of Tweely. Ah!
Oh no,
Oh!
It's okay, Vine. No, not to worry. We figured out. We thank you for your help anyway, though.
I'm glad I could be of some use, at least, Laurence.
Oh,
It's been quite some time since I was shot at. It's not an experience I'd like to repeat.
you and me both.
Now, it seems Mr. Halleck is back up and running. So he should be, at this time, yeah, he's already been cleared out. But I guess you knew that already.
Yeah, you've been out for a while.
Well,
But hey, glad to see you're working again, Vine.
indeed. Can I be expecting an increase in customers?
I'd keep your servos open.
Very well.
All right.
Goodbye. Alrighty. And with that, you guys eventually all find your ways back to the academy proper.
Good. I'm tired. I still hadn't slept because of wolves.
And you do beat pretty much everybody back. They're from being out doing their normal daily duties. So Bellan, you can catch a quick nap if you'd like.
Thank God.
I'll say about half an hour passes. Savo's getting things ready. Eventually, Ed calls the three of you into the garage.
What's up, Ed?
Hey, I know we don't usually do this, but somebody's got to know, and Savo's already out in the wind doing something, so I figure you three are the best ones to see. Come here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you guys cross the threshold into the garage, you see that the ancient machine that he's been messing with seems to be up and running. It just has like this sort of stone base, 2 columns that comes out of it into like this wraparound, like 180, 190 degrees, almost like terminal that has these etchings and long channels in it, all sorts of manners. Now, it took quite a bit, and having to amplify a couple of power cells, and 3 of them are burnt out on me already, but seem to have jump-started and got it running. Still don't quite know what it does, but look, come take a look on this back side here. Walks you guys around to the back, and that panel now, with power to it, has this sort of golden light that's filling up all of these channels and etchings on this flat surface.
Have you tried touching it, Ed?
No. Generally, doing those type of things alone is the bad news.
Where'd you find it?
Oh, well, this one, Savo and Timjin and Joom and the Masters, this is what they found their master hooked up to in the reactor, the Riptide.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch it.
I don't know if that's wise.
Damn it. I'm not gonna touch it.
I mean, I'm all for, finding out, if you will, but
Proofing around and finding out.
I don't know if I don't know if Savo and Timjin would be real happy if something happened to you on my watch.
I don't think anything bad would happen.
He just kind of like deadpans you. So you know that big monument they have of the guy that's dead now?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's what he was hooked up to.
Oh, as like a life support? Something?
I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of it. Doesn't really look like much, does it?
Can you read it, Laurence?
Can I read it?
Laurence, give me a knowledge education check. Add your force die, and it is going to be a it's going to be a formidable check. It's going to be 5 purples.
All right, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, do it up. We got this. We got this.
Easy money, right? Easy money.
Oh. Barely not enough.
Now, do you want to use that light side bit?
I would.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Fuck, I opened up this sheet looking for something. What was I looking for? Hey guys, what was I looking what was I looking for whenever I opened up the cheat sheet?
Possibly what lang or the cheat sheet?
What was I looking for? Oh yeah, that was okay. I was right. I wanted to make sure formidable was 5 dice. I used to think formidable was for 4, but that would be too easy. So, Laurence, as you begin to focus on it, you can feel yourself being drawn to it more and more as you attempt to lock into it. And as you're looking, it's almost like the symbols on the dash, if you will, are starting to rearrange themselves as you're looking at it. And they're starting to make more and more sense. And as you're looking, JukeBi, Bellan, you see him sort of like zombie steps towards it. And right before, like literally right before like 2 of your fingers touch the dash, the power cell is connected to blows.
Oh shit.
It loses all the lights. And you, Laurence, actually have to like, you come out of like this trance and regain yourself as you stumble away from it.
Huh.
Oh, Griff. There goes another one.
Did you all see that?
Yeah.
The symbols change.
So you walk into it. What do you mean change?
It didn't make sense at first, but the symbols, the etchings themselves kind of moved.
Ed like walks up to it now that it's powered down and like tries to like grabs one of the ridges of it, like wiggles it, tries to move it around. This is hewn out of stone, kid. I don't think it's moving.
Well, you're right. Probably. I felt something there though. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, that is disturbing. Or interesting, depending on how you look at it. I would say interesting. But, I mean, honestly, what do you think it does? I can't, for the life of me, I can't figure it out. I mean, it looks like a command module, right? I mean, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a terminal.
Right, but what do you need a terminal for if it ain't connected to anything?
I mean, it's stone. That stone would be connected to the rest of Femar, wouldn't it?
He like oh damn, Laurence. I think you're right.
It's just a theory.
Again?
Yep.
I
was
guess
just
I
about
need to
say
run.
it.
Guess I need to run some tests and see if
I
the
mean-
markings of it or makeup of it matches some of the stone from here. I guess. Unless you guys seen any stone that looks like this out and about?
Yeah, but like really far away from here.
Like where?
These stone carvings we found at the Enclave match this kind of stone.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, we saw it out there. And it really felt like somewhere we weren't supposed to be, but it made me see crazy stuff. And I saw something that wasn't there.
Like what?
A giant predator fish. The
Okay.
skull was hung above this giant throne, and I tried to wanted one of the.
Say no more. Say no more. All right. Make sure you tell all your friends. Banned from touching the machine.
Yeah.
No machine touching allowed. Masters
Can I
only.
Oh, okay.
Go on. Shoot.
I could help. as an
Nope.
apprentice?
No. Absolutely not.
All right.
So why the fuck do I have kids touching this shit?
Hey,
This is a bad idea.
Ed's a guy trying to figure things out, man. And then, well, but he got a big clue to figure something out, and he was like, "Oh, that's a horrible idea, actually." As you guys are leaving, you hear him like muttering to himself, "Man, Roz is gonna kick my ass if he sees I blew all his power cells whenever he comes back."
Yeah.
And you see him like tarp the machine again, just throw a big like cloth blanket over it. All right. Well, everybody starts filtering back in. Is there anything or anybody you would like to talk to at the academy before Sambo rounds you guys back up and you guys head out? And naturally, we won't be heading out tonight. So, if there's any bookkeeping or things you want to ask about, or things you want to maybe start diving into or anything like that, now would be the perfect time.
I'm
I
too
think-
sleepy.
Yeah, you about to take a nap with that cat.
Yeah, dude.
I know that cat purring and shit on your chest.
Nah, she's dead asleep right now.
I like the.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean that resolved a lot better than I thought it would.
Same. I wasn't expecting what's her face whipping out the blammy.
I thought she would just defend it with words a little more. Hey, JukeBi for council member president, running next week. No vacancy. Let's go. Kind of crazy. I didn't expect the council members to be so young.
Well, you got pretty much two groups of people here on Riptide. You have the guys that were alive whenever it crashed, and you have the people that were born here. So you got a pretty decent age gap between the two of those.
Fucking right.
And hey, you want the young voices to be represented.
We love that. True democracy. But pretty horrifying that somebody on the council would so quickly turn to that, but it makes sense with the Oblivion Seed.
Yeah.
We show up and then bad shit starts happening.
Now, I will say this: you three don't
always
really
here.
know about the Oblivion Seed. I've probably heard a little about it, but as far as like what it actually is or anything like that, you guys are in the dark as far as that is concerned.
How much do we know about lightsabers at this stage?
I mean, you've seen at this point, especially in the last 2 years that you guys have been here, you've seen them. You know, Timjin and Savo and Jum and Nox and them have all talked about them, Raz included, and you've probably seen them, you know, practice sparring and things like that. But as in regards to like what, perhaps I should ask.
Like, what
Combat capability.
no, like what we had said about the Carestians and how they were looking to trap us, most likely because of the lightsabers. I guess, like, I'd be wondering, like, why they'd be trying to take ours instead of finding others.
Well, it's really like a knockout the strongest. Like, our strongest warriors are going to be our lightsaber wielders. So if you can isolate and remove more of those.
So less about the lightsabers themselves, but just like the.
That's how I saw it.
You are unsure. You're unsure.
Hmm.
Also, while you guys have, you know, have the knowledge that some of the Fomorians do have, like ancient lightsabers, they might not be they might not be keen on that information.
And like all of our lightsabers are from off planet.
Yeah. You guys have not found any kyber crystals or anything like that here. That has been one of the major issues that you guys, or that, you know, the Masters have faced since being here.
Yeah, I think that's all I got, unless we have time for Laurence to check with Wolves and see what that super secret thing that he had was.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I would say we probably have time. So, with that, Wolves will actually take you down to the beach, like the front, down the hill towards like the ocean-facing side of the academy, where, you know, you have the wash of the waves. Which now, Laurence, you notice the tide has pushed out considerably more, even from this morning. Probably 10 yards or so. But
A little worrying.
so Wolves lumbers on down, and just like sits in the sand, probably about 5 feet from like the edge of the waves.
On the way down, I'm just explaining like all the crazy, y'all, you'll never guess. And then she pulled out a blaster and she shot Vine in the face.
That's oh, I can't believe she shot Vine. I did think that Nimbus was kind of cute, though. I guess that's. Should I be worried about that? Am I?
Maybe a little.
Guess I'll have to think about that some more. Not her shooting Vine, obviously. I really like Vine. I'm glad you were able to get them back together, though. But anyways, he sits down in the sand, big Athorian feet. Yeah, so I don't really know who else to go to with this, and you know, we figured out a lot of the problems that we faced, so I figure we should probably start here. And whenever we were with the Fomorians, you know, I actually told Shin or Nai about it, but I feel like now is probably as good a time as ever. You know that Oblivion seed that the Masters talk about sometime, that, you know, they think fell out of the sky after they blew up that big space station?
Yeah, that came up with Nimbus. Her little brother was the one that found it.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right about that.
Yeah,
Huh.
but no, what about it?
Oh, well, that kind of makes... So I've been to it a couple of times.
I'm sorry, you've been to it?
Yeah. You know, the first time it was like a
Uh,
year and a half ago, and I've only been maybe like 4 times total. You know, it's like so. I don't even know how to explain it, but like. You know, we have like these problems and stuff that we have to face, and sometimes like whenever I'm there and I'm looking at it, I have these good ideas that come up, and the things that we could probably use to like help solve them. Now obviously sometimes I'm just like, wow, why would I think of that? That's a terrible idea. Like that would like hurt a lot of people. So obviously we don't do those. But like I was meditating there one time, and like the lightsabers that the masters have.
yeah.
I know we don't have any crystals to power them or anything like that, but I had like a vision of it. Must have been a really long time ago, but I think they were Fomorians, but they had these blades that like appeared out of thin air. They still had hilts, but like it took them maybe like 5 seconds or whatever, and like they would like mist or like smoke or something, and then they would like appear, and they like look like not like lightsabers, but they have like flat blades, and like they actually like fought with them, and like they were real, and it looked like they might have had some properties like similar to the lightsabers. And well, if we don't have crystals, maybe we can figure out how to make those.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound like the worst thing. Have you felt the same since going to the seed?
Yeah, I like what do you mean?
Well,
like
like Nimbus's little brother, I mean, he would get kind of violent outbursts, like just kind of quick bouts of anger or something like that. Did you have anything like that?
I don't think so, but I don't really anger like that a lot,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's
No,
just
I haven't.
strange.
No, I don't know. Maybe he went more than me. Do you think that means I should stop going?
I mean, not necessarily. It's good to test things, and I mean, if you haven't had a reaction like he had, maybe you're more capable to actually interact with it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, maybe our training helped me out with that.
Yeah, but Walls, why haven't you told the masters about it?
Guess just because we've been busy. And I don't know.
We have.
Like I told Jin or Nye about it, and he didn't like freak out or anything. So I figured maybe it wasn't that important.
Could you take me with you next time you go see it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's really what I want to show you. But I heard that you guys are about to go on another mission, so I don't really have time. But whenever you guys come back, yeah, we'll go whenever we get a free day next.
All right. Yeah, we're pretty Master Savo pretty much fully told me we're gonna be walking face first into a trap, so I'm not really looking forward to
He does
that.
say you have to spring the trap after you find out there is a trap, so that doesn't surprise me that much.
Yeah.
Although, wouldn't you want to walk around the trap? Like if I saw a trap, I wouldn't want to step in it. I think
Just
that would be
avoid
bad.
it. Yeah.
Right, yeah, like go around it.
That's just smart.
Right. you know, us us thinkers, you know, I guess we come up with those ideas whenever other people don't. Alright, well, that was it. I just, you know, don't tell anybody else, I guess. I know it's might be weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, if you want to...
And if something bad happens, obviously we'll tell the masters. Obviously, I mean...
Yeah. We're just in the hypothesis stage.
That's right. We're coming up with a hypothesis. Yeah, that's right. Alright. Well, hey, I know you guys are about to head out. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna try and translate some more of this dang tome, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Anybody else? JukeBi, got anything? Bellan, got anything? Alright.
Everything I need.
Alright.
I love this little baby so much.
What's the name again?
Akeyo.
Ezekiel.
Cute.
I just got rid of cat number 2 on this bitch. Well, technically cat 2 and 3.
Say what?
Alright, well, hey, on that note, boys, 9:20, good enough time as any. Oh, look at that dude. Noah came in and posted in the chat earlier. I missed him. I wasn't looking.
That's crazy.
That's a real Sunstrider viewer right there, dude. Anyways, hey, catch us next week for episode 18. What? Of Phase 2, where I guess we'll have Sabo and a group of the Akeyo head out to spring the trap set by maybe the Christians. We will find out next time. Until then, have a good week.